Recap, Recast, Recycle, a podcast about franchises and how they get better and worse over time.
Oh, hey, spoilers for this movie, by the way.
Yeah.
You'll have to cut that into the beginning of this episode.
Something's coming.
It's a T-Rex. It's the T-Rex.
Stop! It's not a T-Rex.
Blue, come with me. You know you can't stay here.
Jurassic World, The Island,
You're all right. Easy, girl.
all of that is in the past.
Am I dead? Not yet, kid.
I want to show you the future.
What is that thing?
They made it.
Blue. You need to get us out of here.
Oh man, I can't believe that Joe isn't here. He's so late all the time. I wonder where Joe could be right now because. Whoa!
Gentlemen, welcome to Recap, Recast, Recycle, a podcast about franchises and how they get better and worse over time. Franchises like Jurassic Park, starring the Clone Girl. On today's episode, we're discussing the movie that came out just 3 years ago and was a financial hit, a critical miss. That's right, we're talking Jurassic World, Fallen Kingdom, baby.
Everyone,
All right.
cheers.
On today's
to that.
episode, we got
Jurassic
I
Park
said cheers.
5, Jurassic World 2, Fallen Kingdom.
Mm-hmm.
on
The
today's
full
episode. We got well, there's 4 people on this episode.
They
Hayden
have been for the
is
last
in-
5 episodes or however many Jurassic World movies there are.
Hayden's in the purple hoodie. Colin's got the Sesame Street shirt on, and he's the one who held up that alien-looking mac and cheese. And then
Mac and
Kale's got
meat.
the Seinfeld shirt on.
Joe.
And I am, of course, your I'm your host. Joseph.
You
But
forgot our special 5th guest today. Bryce Dallas Howard came in,
Oh my word! Did you really?
film with
Oh,
us.
wow.
Yeah.
That's exciting.
Joe, edit it
Now
in
is she
and
gonna show up
post.
later?
Edit it in and post, Joe.
I don't know how to do that.
Just add in clapping and lights and like woo, and then just a really crappy picture of her.
get a
For the entire
cameo
episode.
of Bryce Dallas Howard. Or cameo Ron Howard and tell him to wear a wig.
Hey,
That would be funny.
Kale, have you been wearing that Seinfeld shirt for an entire week straight?
Yeah, every episode, in fact.
Oh wow.
Even when I was wearing a different shirt, I was wearing the Seinfeld shirt under it.
Under it. Okay, I see. It's your lucky Seinfeld shirt.
I have to wear it until they make a Fraser shirt.
All right. Does anyone
I-
want to guess what the tagline is?
Not
They
gonna
opened the
lie,
park again.
I don't know how long I'm gonna wear these shades because I'm basically blind right now.
But Joe, you look so cool.
I know.
I think I'm a clone.
Do it for the pod.
That's fine.
There you go.
Trailer.
Do it for the Vine.
Do it for the quippy.
The tagline of this movie is
the
"Life
park is
finds a
open
way."
again.
No, the life finds a way. The park isn't even open in this movie. They don't open a park.
Life finds a way is the laziest tagline they could have used because that's just a thing they say in the first movie.
Well, they brought Goldblum
Joey,
back,
you-
didn't they?
They did do that.
For 2 scenes while he was also filming the bad Independence Day movie.
Huh.
Life.
I don't think they filmed those at the same
finds a
time.
way.
No, they did. This is just stock footage. Those scenes we saw were actually from Independence Day Resurgence. They just reused and replaced dinosaurs and aliens. Just swapped them out.
All the crew were like, Jeff Goldblum, why are you talking about dinosaurs? This is a movie about aliens. Okay, the synopsis comes from our dear friends over at Rotten Tomatoes. 3 years after the destruction of the Jurassic World theme park, Owen Grady and Claire Dearing, hey, she made it onto this one, returned to the island of or is it Isla?
Isla
Nublar.
Isla Nublar to save the remaining dinosaurs from a volcano that's about to erupt. They soon encounter terrifying new breeds of gigantic dinos while uncovering a conspiracy that threatens the entire planet.
What new breeds? You got one new breed.
Also, I have to
No,
disagree.
yeah.
I don't think there's very many gigantic dinos in this one.
There's a few.
There's like 2.
Not many.
I mean, they're no more bigger than the last one.
Yeah, also, yeah, the new breeds definitely aren't gigantic because it's just the indoraptor.
It's just one breed. There are
I
no
mean,
more
he's
new
big
breeds.
for a raptor, I guess.
Now, imagine if they made the Indoraptor as big as the Indominus Rex. Now, that would be something.
Then he wouldn't
Bigger.
be a raptor.
It could still be a raptor.
No, just be a really big raptor. Okay.
I've changed my mind again. I am going to ask the second question at the end of this.
Okay, that's fine. Do you mean, and by again, do you mean from a week ago when we recorded
From a week
the last
ago,
episode?
where I asked the
he's been
question and
pondering
nobody
over it.
answered it.
Uh-huh.
Because it's a very important question that took everyone a week exactly to think about.
Yes.
Okay. I just want everyone to know, my cashews look like raptor toes.
Ew, why are you eating raptor toes?
I mean cashews. Premium
Ew,
quality is what they say on the box.
Ew.
All right.
Hey, do we think cashews or peanuts are better?
Okay.
Cashews.
But peanuts.
All right. Anyways, I didn't have anywhere else to go with that. Chris
And now
Pratt
we'd like
as-
to introduce.
Answer?
We're doing main characters. Chris Pratt as Owen Grady. He's fine in this movie. Like, he's good.
Here again.
I think he's better than the last movie.
Yeah.
He at least seems more like a real person in this movie than he does in the last movie.
You like how he spasms around the lava, even though
Of
that he
course,
killed him?
I love that, Kale. That is the greatest scene in all of cinema. All right, Bryce Dallas Howard is Claire Dearing.
She's in this.
She's learned from her wardrobe mistake last time. When you're around dinosaurs, you gotta wear khakis.
I dropped mac and cheese on my couch. That
That
sucks.
really sucks, doesn't it?
That's a snack for later.
Hey! Bryce Dallas. Oh, I already said that one. Justice Smith as Franklin Webb.
Don't like his character at all.
Pokemon.
Oh,
Yeah.
he was awful. I hated it so much.
Not care for him one bit.
I didn't mind him.
He's going to be in Dungeons and Dragons.
Hey, good for
I
him.
hope he's not in the
I
new
think he's
Jurassic
a good
World.
actor.
Yeah, I do too. He just did good.
I just
in
don't like his
Detective
character in
Pikachu.
this.
Yeah.
I do like the running joke of him keep getting like going undercover as jobs that he doesn't understand.
That was weird.
I like that. Freak out. Daniela Pineda as Zia Rodriguez, who's the other one. She's
Didn't-
fine.
didn't-
Oh,
mm.
cool. Heals dinosaurs.
You know, and to
Heals
be
dinosaurs.
fair, it should matter if you're a paleo, whatever she
Botanist.
said, a dinosaur
Paleo
doctor.
veterinarian, I think.
Yeah, it should matter if you've
Yes.
seen or interacted with a dinosaur before. That's your job.
Yeah, I'm a paleo veterinarian.
Because
Oh, yeah,
her
no, I've
first
never seen a real
introduction to her is
dinosaur.
her on the phone,
Yeah.
and she's like, "Well, no, I haven't seen a dinosaur before, but that shouldn't matter."
Okay. I'll save that one for last. James Cromwell as Benjamin Lockwood, who's the new Hammond.
I didn't like
He's
him.
there.
He's not really in this movie.
Wait, is he
I'd
the
like
old
to
guy?
think
Yeah,
that
the old
his-
man.
I'd like to
Wow.
think that the staff is like a friendship bracelet. They like both got each other the same exact staff. They're like, oh, coincidence. Because he's in a wheelchair.
Yes.
What does he need a staff for?
Well, he wasn't always in a wheelchair.
We don't know that.
We don't know that.
I guess. Rafe Spall as Eli Mills, who's the main villain of this movie.
I
don't
don't
like
like.
Ted Levine as Ken Wheatley, who's the
Uh,
hunter guy.
Don't like
he's legit. Likes
any
teeth?
hunter character after Muldoon is just nothing.
Yeah.
I think
I
the
like-
guy in 2 makes a strong case. He just wants to hunt a T-Rex. I liked him.
Yeah, he's just there to hunt.
That
He's
guy
there
was
to have
okay.
a good time.
This guy's here to hunt for teeth.
Yeah, he wants trophies.
He's a paleo dentist.
I don't think that's true. Toby Jones as Gunnar Eversole.
He's doing a very
the
weird
Dino
voice.
auctioneer.
I don't like his accent.
Yeah.
I don't
Well-
think it's a bad accent. I just don't like it.
I don't get
just
it.
let him be British. Like, just
Yeah.
let him speak normal. He's in this movie for like 5 seconds before he dies.
I wouldn't say 5 seconds. He's in a good bit of the movie.
Well, not really. He shows up. He's like, I'm gonna call off the dinosaur auction. He's like, I'll do
He
the dinosaur
says-
auction. Then he dies.
He says a lot in what he's in, is what Colin's trying to say.
Yeah.
He dies in a very poorly designed elevator,
Yeah.
where if you hit one button, it opens back up again.
He broke the control panel.
Yeah,
by
that was.
hitting it
That reminded
slightly.
me of Star Wars, though. Whoa, Joe, you got ghosts up in your house?
I don't have a weapon.
There
Got my
We'll
cat.
go
you go. Hope they're allergic to cashews.
The big thing of
Oh
cashews.
my gosh, he went for it.
Oh well. Hey, the
We're all
cashews have salt on them, so he can make a salt circle
Joe,
with
that
the
was
cashews.
incredibly impressive. That was
Thank you.
really cool to watch.
Putting in my stunt reel.
BD Wong back as Henry Wu.
Here again.
He's there
and I
again.
completely
Easy.
forgot what he does in this movie.
I think all you see of him is his back, right?
No,
Pretty
because
much.
he argues with
Oh
the rich dude. He's like, no, they're not ready. And he's like, yeah, but the people want money. And he's like,
Yeah, money.
no, but they're not ready.
Money.
Also, is he
Money,
really
please.
the only guy who can do this? He doesn't seem like a good worker. He just keeps making worse super dinosaurs.
Well,
Like, they
better
literally, they
super
put him in a
dinosaur.
room, and they're like, create a super dinosaur that we can control, and he does half of that.
And then finally, the greatest character ever committed to cinema is Isabella Sermon as Maisie Lockwood, who, aka Clone Girl.
Now, we'll say, I don't hate the actress. Her performance is whatever. It's the character itself that I hate, and later
Shit.
decisions that we'll get
No,
to.
it's just one element of the character that you hate.
This is the only movie that she's been in
Oh, I hate
besides
the
the
character.
new Jurassic World.
Like, I
To be
don't
fair,
care.
Joe, it's like the main element of her character.
Yeah.
But I have no ill will for the actress. Like, good for
And-
her. She got a big part in this movie. Like, good
The
for her.
element is that she's a clone of her mother.
Because we're
So
just gonna do this
Okay.
late stage into this franchise, and then just not really develop it any.
The director of this movie is J.A. Bayona, who did The Orphanage and The Impossible, which are two movies I don't know. And then also A Monster Calls, which is
Mhm.
that big tree monster voiced by Liam Neeson
Liam.
that's probably a
Liam.
metaphor for depression or something.
It is, and cancer.
And cancer, cool. I think this movie is very well directed.
I
think
will
so.
give him credit. Like, very big props to him. He is not Colin Trevorrow. And, like, that's already, like, plus 10 points there.
What? So,
You
like,
didn't really have to do
any
much in that
director?
scenario.
I don't
The
get
simple
that.
fact that he exists not as Colin Trevorrow, but himself.
So if Colin Trevorrow changed his name to I don't know, Bill
He was still
Nye,
at-
would
he
you
would still
care?
at heart and being and soul be
Yeah.
Colin Trevorrow.
Yeah,
though.
he'd still be him.
Like, if this guy, forgot his name, if he was also named Colin Trevorrow,
J.A. Bayona.
J.J. Abrams, ugh, now that would be bad too. Never get them together again.
But yeah, what Kale's saying is even if this guy was named Colin Trevorrow, it would not be the same.
Yeah.
Because he wouldn't be Colin Trevorrow.
Also good for this guy getting handed. I mean, they gave him the last one and the worst one, but at least he got handed a big franchise, even doing like 3 movies really, and 2 of them are foreign films too, I believe.
What?
He's done like 3 movies before this. A Monster Calls, the like U.S.
And those
release.
2 other ones that I said, The Orphanage and The Impossible.
Possible.
But I hear The Orphanage is very good.
I haven't heard of either of them.
All
Anyways,
three of those movies have good ratings though. They're all like 3.7.
the two writers of this movie are, two of the writers from the first movie, which are Colin Trevorrow. He's back. Safety Not Guaranteed, Jurassic World, Battle of Big Rock. He wrote all of those.
Skywalker.
And also, and obviously. And then Derek Connolly, who wrote Safety Not Guaranteed, Jurassic World, and Monster Truck. Anyways, it's also based on characters created by Michael Crichton, who did Twister. He created ER. And also he wrote the original Westworld movie.
Oh, nice.
Which is awesome.
Yeah.
That movie rules.
And
And of course,
Congo.
keep forgetting the most important one, Colin. Congo.
He wrote the book, though.
Yeah,
We're not
the
talking about
Jurassic
books,
World
we're talking about
bonus
There's a
movies.
writing credit on the movie too.
I don't think so. If my vague skim of his IMDb credits has anything to say about his writing credits on Congo, it's that he doesn't have any.
Let's see.
He probably has a like based on the book by credit or something.
Well, no, that's just as good.
On Letterboxd, they count that as a writer, so don't look at Letterboxd. Look at IMDb.
Already looking at Letterboxd.
Hey,
Dang
what are you
it.
doing?
I'm gonna lose.
Writer, Westworld, directly under Congo.
Gosh dang it! But like I said, they count authors of the books that they're based on. Like Dr. Seuss has a writing credit on The Cat in the Hat on Letterboxd.
Because he came back from the grave to write that movie. Everyone knows that.
Yeah, everyone knows he's
His
best
name?
friends with Michael Myers.
Michael Crichton. I'm gonna look. I'll go into IMDb right now. I will be proven right.
People are
I'd
loving
really
this
like
content.
to see
Not
the alternate
IMDb, I don't want
universe
the honest
where
review.
Congo became the Jurassic Park of that world.
Okay, in 1995, he wrote the novel Congo,
Yes,
and then
bestseller.
I don't see Congo from his page. Let me search Congo specifically just to confirm.
Well, it probably has
Oh,
its own website.
No. Oh wait, no, yeah, okay. So 1995, and he has a credit as in he wrote the novel.
It's
Yeah,
still
John Patrick Shanley wrote it, and Michael Crichton wrote the novel. So I was right.
That's good enough. I mean, I never said that he didn't just straight up write the movie. I just said that he's involved. It's
Hayden,
only
I
important to me that we
appreciate
mention
these
Congo.
facial expressions you got going on.
You remind me of
Giving
the
the
car
audience something
and
to look at.
the car in Cars who like goes up behind that reflective car and like checks his teeth.
Oh yeah.
That's me.
Who wants to
Congo
guess?
the opportunity.
Who wants to guess the budget of this movie? Keeping in mind we don't actually know what the budget is. We just have an idea. So what do
250?
you
2
think?
billion.
Oh, what? No, they're not gonna spend $2 billion to make a movie. They have to make. They would have to make $4 billion back just to
Yeah, they can
make
do
the
it.
profit. Okay.
I think this
These
movie cost
dinosaurs.
more than the last one.
Yes, it did.
Okay.
We can
250?
definitively say that.
Yeah, they use more computer generated stuff.
Joe says 250. Kale, what do you say?
I'm gonna say 200 million.
Okay. It is anywhere between 170 and 187 million.
Oh wow. That's nice.
That's a
Yeah,
weird
and also-
number.
Hayden, you said they used a lot of CGI, but they actually use a lot more practical stuff in this movie, which I
That was what it was. I lied. I meant it the other way around. I remember.
You got pranked, Colin.
dang it! I'm such a big dumb idiot person.
You've been
I was
duped.
like, I remember they either used a lot more like practical effects or a lot more like CGI, and I couldn't remember which one, so I just
Well,
went with my
You
gut.
see what it was?
it was
All the
wrong.
dinosaurs were real dinosaurs, but all the humans were CGI.
Oh,
Yeah,
dang!
Yeah.
That's crazy. They
actually
did a
just
really
got
good
him
job
removed.
then.
in real
They
life.
Polar Expressed it.
What are we up on?
I don't know.
Hold on,
Congo.
my Skype froze for a second, and you all had to catch up.
Cool.
Anyways, I was about to say something, then I forgot.
That's
Oh
always
yeah, I
good.
was gonna say the only practical dinosaur in Jurassic World was that dead Brachiosaurus that Chris Pratt kind of like feels up the neck of. Other than that,
Feels up
everything is
the
CGI. But in this movie, you got like Blue when that lady is doing surgery on him. That's practical. The T-Rex when they're in the cage. That's practical. How much do we think this movie grossed?
$2 billion.
A cool billion.
Okay, $2 billion. A cool billion.
Billion.
475 million.
Wow. Kale really undercutting it because it is.
$1.31 billion.
I really
This is
don't
back-
understand this because I remember when this came out, no one was seeing it, at least in our sphere. I didn't see
Yes,
many
in
people
our
talking
sphere,
about it.
You gotta remember that this was 2018, the era of cinema where like every blockbuster was making $1 billion.
The Meg made like $3 billion.
Meg.
Also, the Meg
Did it
rules.
really?
Nobody better
No.
badmouth the Meg. No, it was a joke.
I
It made a
hated
lot of
the
money
Meg.
though.
But like
the
every
Meg.
Disney movie that was good in any sense made $1 billion.
Every remake made $1 billion.
Yeah.
Don't talk about Coco like that. Coco was good.
Oh yeah, Coco was awesome.
That was 2017.
Coco?
Yeah, that was the year before. That was right
Well, then-
before. the-
Incredibles,
Forget
right?
it.
That was
I
a
think
thing.
Incredibles made $1
Incredibles
billion.
2.
I wouldn't.
Solo made a lot of
No.
money.
Solo,
Of course,
I
you know,
don't
It was a
think made
Marvel
$1
movie,
billion.
right?
I think
I'm
Solo
sure there
was.
like 7 Marvel movies.
I don't think Solo was a failure, but it underperformed.
big
Well,
movies like Bohemian Rhapsody
That probably got $1 billion. Actually,
and
no.
Ready
probably not.
Player One
I think-
love that movie.
That probably got $1 billion.
and Venom.
Fahrenheit 451. Tag.
What?
Tag. I love Tag.
Definitely didn't get $1 billion.
Hey, and bringing it back, Love Simon.
Made $1 billion.
No, that
No.
was 2018 release.
Okay.
That's a really good movie, though. If any of you
Mission
haven't
Impossible Fallout. The
Oh.
fallout of all our good intentions.
Skyscraper.
Favorite movie, Christopher
Right,
Robin. I
Skyscraper.
don't think
seen.
anyone
Welcome
saw.
to our classic segment. We just name films.
Rampage.
Hereditary. Yeah,
From 2018
Hereditary came
or
out in
like
2018.
kind of like around that time.
The Grinch.
Oh my gosh, I love that
Aw.
movie.
I like that movie.
Oh,
Wait,
hey,
Black
The Road
Panther
was
came out in
2018.
2018?
Nice.
The what?
Infinity War came out in 2018.
Yeah,
A Wrinkle in Time.
that did not get $1 billion in any
Nope.
sense.
Aquaman did too.
Aquaman. Love that.
Yeah, that was December.
Slender Man.
Yes.
Yeah, Joe, we watched that.
I Feel
You watched
Pretty.
Aquaman?
Yeah.
I thought so. Was Rampage this year as well?
2018.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You remember all of us went to go watch that?
We watched that like at 12 o'clock.
Yeah, there was no one there. It was just us.
The
It was
perfect
just
time
us.
to watch a movie.
We watched Rampage, and I was like, you know what? I think Rampage is cool.
There was a Johnny
Pacific Rim
English movie in
Uprising.
the year 2018.
Yes, there was.
We watched Pacific Rim for my birthday. I think
Uprising.
all of us
yeah,
went
I
to
remember
Pacific
that.
Rim.
That was awesome.
And I was like, yo, giant monsters fighting giant robots is cool.
Charlie Day is wilding in that movie.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Okay, back
Nutcracker
to
and the
whatever
Four
movie we
Realms.
were. What are we talking about? Oh, right, Fallen Kingdom. What did we even get to general notes?
We
I don't
didn't
think
even
we
get the
No.
trailer.
We're just naming movies that came out in 2018. I've been waiting for
I
this to settle down.
The trailer. It was great.
General notes.
Right. The trailer. We didn't watch the trailer,
I
Joe.
played that long ago.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
there were a lot of dinosaurs in it.
That was
must have
playing
missed it.
while we were talking about 2018's movie releases.
Yeah, he
It's-
just put the trailer but no audio. He just put our audio over it.
I am going to say my general notes first rather than last this time because I have a mini rant. It's a tiny little rant.
Rants abundant.
I know everyone's got rants this week. Now that
And Joe,
with
you
that
can
said, I
rant
do
about
like
our
this
rants at the end.
Okay.
That said, I do like this movie. I just have I just don't like all of it. First of all, Chris Pratt runs really weird. He runs like this.
That's because he was paralyzed.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I guess
to
so.
start.
I don't think that's what they're going for, but oh well.
It just never
Um,
passed through the system.
I wrote I agree with Eli Mills, who's the villain, but I don't remember what I agree with him on.
Money.
Money,
To be
yeah,
rich.
maybe.
I agree
Maybe
with
just
the
like-
bad guy.
Sell the dinosaurs because why not? They don't have rights.
They'll come back at the end. keep in mind.
The indoraptor doesn't walk very well. Keeps falling over. And then finally, my mini rant is, so the indoraptor, its superpower is that it can look at where a laser is pointing and then attack.
Yeah, like a cat.
Like,
You have to
but
hear the
if you're-
sound though.
If you're already pointing a laser at somebody, just shoot them. Why do you need a giant raptor to kill them?
Because it can go in holes.
So can bullets if you're pointing a laser at the guy.
No, this is much better.
Yeah, which
I
one's
mean-
cooler, okay? A bullet or a raptor?
I guess a raptor is cool.
I've never really understood the military capabilities of dinosaurs because dinosaurs are famously uncontrollable and kill anything.
and
So
also
Yeah.
extinct.
Just a really
Well,
weird plot point in both
yeah.
films.
The main
It
point they
keeps
brought up
coming
is that a drone can't go in caves. Like
Yeah,
all the bad guys are in caves. Like that's the biggest problem with war. We haven't been getting the guys in caves.
Yeah, the one
That's
guy
how
was
we
in a
got
cave was
Saddam
Osama bin
Hussein, because
Laden,
he was in a
and we
cave.
got
Nobody
him.
else has been in a cave.
Yeah, that's how we lost Vietnam. Too many caves.
Too many caves, not enough dinosaurs.
If we just had a dinosaur and a laser, we could have been good.
So
We
what
could've won
happens if
Vietnam.
the guy with the laser shot and the laser's just on the ground?
just
The
grab
dinosaur's
it.
not gonna keep attacking the same people.
The dinosaur's just gonna be like, digging at the ground. Okay, Joe, what are your general notes?
I love how this movie genre shifts. It goes from the horror-themed opening to the research mission turned volcano apocalypse sequence, and then you go dinosaur auction, which is the best thing ever, and then we transition to this gothic horror mansion movie with the Endoraptor, and
To a
we
Scooby-Doo
close
episode.
with the introduction that the world is roaming, dinosaurs are just roaming the earth free now. So I think it's pretty amazing that they fit all that into a 2-hour movie. It's not even like 2:20. It is 2 hours. That's impressive.
And now,
Yeah, it's like 204 or something like that.
Yeah.
I didn't like this movie, but I will give it. This 2 hours felt tighter and faster than the previous 2-hour Jurassic World movie.
Because they kept doing different things. If it's like a TV show, they were like, oh, okay, we'll just do an episode
In
of
fact,
a
I will
movie.
say, when I first watched this, Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom, I did rank it lower than the original. But after having watched both of them, and I did separate my viewings, so I wouldn't be too critical on both. I didn't watch them back to back. I will say that I do like this one better.
Nice.
It's more interesting.
Yeah.
I still don't think it's good, but it's more interesting.
Joe, you have any more notes?
Yes. All I want is in life is what Owen Grady's got going there. A nice house in the mountains, a lake, just spending your days reading Jack London and till the sun goes down. It looked
Just building
wonderful.
a cabin.
I know. I cry every time. It's not even an emotional moment. I'm just like, oh my word, oh boy.
That's the life.
I become Leonardo DiCaprio in Once Upon a Time in Hollywood.
Well, I think for a while there he was living in a van while he built a new
Nah, that's fine.
non-Jurassic World house.
I think he's currently living in that van.
Yeah.
Yeah,
hasn't finished his
he's
house.
he's making his bungalow.
Also, I would never live on Jurassic Park. Like that's the worst place to live, especially after
Yeah, like-
this one.
If he's a worker, couldn't he just live in one of the hotels?
They had
like-
to sanction him off on like the far side of the
He
island.
kept kissing too many random women.
He got
Joe,
banned from the
What are you
Margaritaville.
doing right now?
He calls
There
too
is
many
people
Title IX.
There are these people walking on my street, and they have 2 dogs that are both white and fluffy, and the dogs are walking in sync, like the Siamese cats, and it is freaking me out.
How dare people watch?
Oh my
the
gosh,
street
Joe, you're
while
seeing
we're
the
filming?
glitch in the Matrix.
Oh
Yeah.
my word. Whoa.
Okay, Hayden, do you have general notes?
I don't know if like I was tired when I watched it or what, but I did not really like this movie as much when I watched it this time. I really enjoyed it the first time I watched it, but this time I was just like, it's just kind of there. And I really hate the 2 new characters. And I'm not gonna go into my rant just yet, but I don't like the 2 new characters. But I did
Okay.
really like the opening where they go like have like a secret mission into Jurassic World.
Uh-huh. See, I
That's it.
hated this movie when it came out, but I like it now. I don't love it. Like, it's still got problems, but I definitely like it.
I like it a little better, but I still don't like it all that much.
Kel, do you have general notes?
Yes.
General notes.
So first off, dinosaur protection. That sounds like they made it up in a second, and then no one thought to change it after. Like you could have called it anything else or given it a cool like shortening, but no, just dinosaur protection group. Also, that comes out of nowhere for what's her face. She was pretty indifferent to the dinosaurs into the first one until they had that one scene with the dead one, and now she's like, let's save them all.
Well,
I mean,
one
You
of
yeah,
didn't
them
seem to
came
care about
to
them that
life.
much in the first one.
that was weird. She didn't care about him at all. And then she saw the one that she like petted or whatever, and that was it.
It seems more like a brand image kind of thing. Like I can't let people think I hate these things, so I'll start this. Plus, I lost my job.
Some of my best friends are dinosaurs.
She's definitely like embezzling money from this charity, if it even is a charity. Franklin, don't care for him at all. Like he's one of those characters, and I hate these type of characters, who he only exists to open up a door. Like he's not even one
Who's
of those
Franklin?
hacker characters.
The guy that
He's just
screamed a lot.
Yeah,
Oh,
that partly lies. He screams a lot. It's also one of the worst kind of characters in movies like this, where you have a monster or series of monsters. Is the screaming guy who's new to all this and just screams a whole bunch. Like I don't want to see that. I'd rather be with the people who've experienced this and maybe scream once or twice, not a guy who screams constantly. And he literally only exists for that one scene where he opens a door and then he does nothing else. Okay.
Anything else?
Okay, why did they build Jurassic Park on an island with a volcano? I don't care if it's not active when you built it there. No one took into consideration. We have a bunch of dinosaurs here, but there's also a volcano.
That's
Maybe
actually
find a
from the
different island?
original. It's actually from the original book.
Oh, now they're caring about the book.
what was?
5
volcano.
films in.
Not that it erupts, but that there's a volcano on the island.
Oh yeah.
I don't know. The thing is, volcanoes don't stay inactive forever. They go off every now and then.
It was
Volcanoes
probably
don't
going
just
to
go
be
off
like
once.
some kind of an attraction. John Hammond was probably going to be like, roast marshmallows next to a volcano, $5,000.
Take a trip around the volcano. Try not to get burned alive.
If you want
If you
to jump
do,
in, you
that's
can,
not
but sign this waiver.
And I'll claim your insurance money. This has maybe the most, like, I'm just going to say it, this has the most obvious bad guys in this entire franchise. One look at Business Suit Guy, that's a bad guy, like, no doubt about it. He's
I
evil.
don't know. The original or the Lost World bad guy was pretty obvious. I guess they weren't
Well, and-
inherently trying to hide it though.
And military guy. Like, the history of Jurassic Park is that there's been one good like hunter guy, one sort of good one. Anyone after that's going to be bad.
Uh-huh.
Vincent D'Onofrio was a bad military guy, and this hunter guy he comes in with a whole military like group. Just don't trust him. Don't trust anybody.
Don't
Trust
worry, Kel. I'll
everybody.
get into that.
And then the world would be a lot better off if they just listened to Ian Malcolm.
Yes.
He knows what he's talking about. Everything he's said has been true. They played God. It went terrible. Don't do it. Just stop.
Yeah, he was there on both islands.
If anyone
Kind
knows
of the
more about
expert.
why you shouldn't do this, it's Ian Malcolm. And then the haunted house stuff felt like after the dinosaur auction, like right when the hunter goes to get the teeth from the indoraptor, it felt like a cartoon, and more specifically a Scooby-Doo cartoon. Like I expected them to run through the haunted mansion, like through doors, and like go out another one. Then the indoraptor goes through one, goes out another, like a Scooby-Doo gag. Because like there's the part with the indoraptor where he shoots it unconscious, goes to get the teeth, and then its tail goes behind him, and he looks back, and then it looks like it's smiling, and he goes for it again, then it kills him. Like it's set up like a cartoon for some reason. But I did like the haunted house stuff.
And when they hide in the thing with the props, that's just what they do in Scooby Doo. That's what
Yeah.
they take the props and just hide there.
I expected there to be like a suit of armor or a portrait that eyes follow you. Also, that looks like it was just screaming to be made into a Lego set, like the entire haunted mansion.
Which they did. They
Oh,
did
they
make
did?
that a Lego set. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
I know they made any Fallen Kingdom stuff.
Oh yeah.
I guess I didn't care enough.
They have that Jurassic World line where they can do whatever they want. It's mostly like that Lego Jurassic World series, but when the movies were coming out, they had a lot of sets based on the movies, and a few based on Jurassic Park as well.
That's all my general notes.
Nice. Joe.
Oh, they did.
Hello, Joe.
Yeah.
Are you still with us?
Do
Yeah,
you
I'm looking
have?
at that Lego set.
Oh, is it a good Lego set?
No,
I think we all just did the same thing. Yeah, it looks bad.
it's like a wall.
Yeah,
It's
it's a
just the
well
front of the
decorated wall.
mansion. It's not
Yeah.
even the full mansion.
but that's the one that the Indoraptor came in, I think.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and he's black. He's not even black in the movie. He's like gray.
And yellow.
Yeah.
But to be
Yeah,
fair,
yellow.
Lego has to go off of concept art.
They didn't do
Which
Well,
that.
it
means,
shouldn't.
hopefully, that there was a scene in Iron Man 3 at one point where the Mandarin was in a battle buggy.
In a battle
Yeah,
boat.
that'd be weird.
Or a boat.
Or a boat. Okay.
Or even
Joe,
better,
what
what
good
if
notes do
Mandarin
you
was
have
the
for this
main villain?
movie?
Good question. Oh wait, I didn't write any. I don't know why. I mean I think this movie's cool and I think it's good, but I guess I didn't write any. I don't know why. I don't have a reason. Most of it
Awesome.
was just the genre. That's how much I like. I don't know.
Like, I don't know.
All
I
right,
don't know.
Hayden, do you have any good notes?
Yeah. I like the dinosaurs being in the world at the end of the movie.
Yeah.
And I think I bought all of the Iron Man 3 Lego sets.
Yeah.
So,
I
fun
think I
fact.
did
Cool.
too.
All right. Kale, what good notes do you have?
My one good note again is the haunted house. One review I saw of the first Jurassic World movie that I agree with is that it didn't really have any good set pieces. This haunted house is a pretty good set piece. Like the auction part, all the cages, and then the outside with just the whole look of it's pretty good.
Nice. Yeah, I like that too. You got anything else?
No, that's the only good thing.
Okay, let me say all mine. I have a few. I like the opening T-Rex scene where they're in the
Yeah.
rain.
Yeah.
The dialogue is so much better than Jurassic World's dialogue.
Hmm.
That one shot of them underwater in the gyrosphere I thought was really cool.
Yeah.
I love the way that this movie looks, like the aesthetics of this movie.
Mm-hmm.
And I understand
It really
what they're
changes. Hello?
going for.
You froze?
Did I freeze again?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
You said I understood what they're going for.
Okay. I understand what they were going for in Jurassic World, where they were being like it looked all corporatized and all of that.
Mhm.
But I
I
love
think that's
this
how
way
Colin
better.
Trevorrow makes movies.
Ooh. I really like Chris Pratt's fighting choreography in this.
I think it's so Indiana Jones.
Like it's legitimately shot well and choreographed well, where you like obviously it's not real fighting, but it looks good enough that I don't mind.
I mean, there at the end, it's like he hits a few people once, like in a line, and takes them out.
Yeah, but the
The
choreography
Indoraptor
itself
cage
is great.
is going.
Like, cause that's him doing it. He's not a stunt guy. And then also I really like how wrong the indoraptor's roar sounds, cause he's not like a real dino. He's an
Yeah,
abomination of
totally messed
science.
up.
His roar just sounds awful.
Yeah.
Okay, on to the bad notes.
I have one.
What is it?
I mean, I was going to say the runtime, but the movie has a billion different sequences, so I don't think you could take any of them out. My bad, I felt like I was like the runtime is like, really, we're gonna do this long, but then I was like, you can't cut anything. It's all unique. And as the great Patrick Willems declares in his Letterboxd review, if you can't make a good Jurassic Park sequel, make a totally bug nuts one.
Yeah.
Yeah. So.
Hayden, you got bad notes? Is this the time for your rant?
Yes. So first of all, I didn't even finish this movie. I got bored and quit. I turned it off. And secondly, I think this is a problem not just with this movie, but with the whole franchise. It follows a very specific formula. You always have the main character who is involved with a dinosaur in one way or another, whether they be training them or a paleontologist, whatever. You always have the two new characters. There's always two new side characters every time. Most of the time they're kids and they're very annoying and they never add anything. There's no point to them being there because they're just going to get replaced in the next movie. There's always the evil military. There's always evil military, always evil hunter. There's always some evil guy wanting to weaponize the dinosaurs. There's always Engine. Engine's always there for some reason, trying to make more dinosaurs, even though clearly, and we have 5 movies now over why we shouldn't make more dinosaurs. And it just follows the same repetitive formula, and I'm just tired of it. Joe, I'm sorry. Jurassic Park, the franchise, not that good, Joe. Jurassic World was good, but not the.
Whoa.
The franchise as a whole is very boring.
It's not good.
It just follows the same repetitive formula.
Yeah, that's why I like it. I would never say that each movie is unique or anything, but I think having the same thing repeating over and over again is comfort food. That's why I can't deny the MCU. I every time I know what I'm getting into. So
Yeah.
that's what I feel with most franchises. Can't remember what's a unique franchise. Maybe the James Bond. No, those aren't unique.
Back
Mission
to the
Impossible.
Future.
Back to the Future does the same movie 3 times. Never mind.
But he goes to the old West.
Yeah, Joe, he goes to the future.
Then he goes back to the future, too.
Guys, sorry, the indoraptors here.
Oh my god.
Scaring me.
Okay, Kel, what are your bad notes? I know you have them.
My rant.
Oh,
Nice. Rant time.
First off, I think we all assumed that eventually this franchise would go into some kind of dumb territory where they're like human dinosaur hybrids, or why don't we just clone other things? Like, that was probably going to happen eventually, but it's just kind of shoved in here for no real reason. It doesn't really add anything to the movie. It's just there. And then we get to what I consider the worst scene in this movie, and what I think is the worst scene in this franchise overall. All the dinosaurs are in the cages that they were put in before the auction. And they messed up the vent, I guess, and it's leaking hazardous, toxic clouds. And all the dinosaurs are going to die. And all the characters are around, and they're like, should we push the button to let the dinosaurs out into the city, where they'll wreak untold amount of destruction and ruin the ecosystem? Or should we let these creatures, who we can clone very easily, die? And then while they're all staring at each other doing nothing, the clone girl, who only recently learned she was a clone, presses the button, and this is going to be my one quote anyway, so I'll go ahead and say it.
Oh, it's my one quote as well.
I had to. They're alive, like me. It's not the same thing. You were a living thing. You were a human. You were capable of sentience. You talk, you breathe, you live, you think. These are dinosaurs. We can mass produce these things if we wanted to. They didn't even go how they cloned this little girl. I don't know how many steps they had to go through to even get to that.
But
A human clone is nowhere near a dinosaur clone. They should have let them die and just do it again, because that's what they're going to do the next movie. More clones. It is not comparable in any way. And I guess the movie was trying to go for the dinosaurs are good and we should save them. But a human clone and a dinosaur clone is not the same thing, any way you split it. That's it.
Awesome.
Also, pretty messed up that he had the technology to clone people and he only used it on his daughter and didn't like make himself a new body.
you want to
Use
clone?
the technology for
No,
other
he
people.
doesn't get a new body. He gets a
Yeah,
version of
your mind.
himself.
transfer all of his thoughts over.
Or just
Yeah,
clone
this is
yourself and do a
doomed.
robot from Invincible.
If he transferred all of his daughter's thoughts over, she would know that she's an adult in a child body.
He didn't have
but
to do it
maybe
with the
he
daughter. I'm
didn't.
just saying he
Maybe
could have
he
cloned
didn't.
himself. He could have cloned other people. He
He
only
could've
used it
cloned
on
Hitler.
one person. He could have cloned Nedry.
Yes.
That's
Wayne
what's gonna
Knight.
happen in the third one. He did make another clone. It was Nedry. He's back.
He's back. My only bad note besides the clone girl is that scene where he's talking to baby Blue, Chris Pratt is. He's not meeting Blue's eye line. He's like looking above the CGI render because they didn't like block it properly. That annoyed me. Ugly notes, Joe.
Yeah,
Ugly notes.
looking.
Look,
I don't have any. Yeah, I think it's a very beautiful movie. Just kidding. I don't. Nah.
Hayden.
The Indoraptor's kind of ugly, I guess. I don't know. The Indoraptor
Yeah.
looks like a sleek new car. Looks like when they unveil like a new Mustang. Yeah. Hot take.
Yep. Hot take.
Hot take, Hayden.
Oh, it's my turn.
Yeah.
Just the guy scream.
Oh yeah, nice. Kale, what do you got for that thing I said?
Ugly.
Ugly notes.
Not that. No, Jeff Goldblum looks very good. That's
Yes.
obvious.
Looks
But
like
the
a
fact
sleek
that they
car.
only brought him in for like 2 scenes, and it's in a courtroom, and that's all he does. Very ugly.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
he got a big paycheck.
They didn't have to do
Yeah, he
him
doesn't
so
even
ugly.
interact with the dinosaurs in this movie.
My only ugly note is Bryce Dallas Howard having that really emotional scene of watching the Brachiosaurus die of smoke inhalation while she's wearing a John Deere hat.
Yes, I noticed
Yep.
that, and I was like, "What is happening?"
Wait, is she really?
Yeah.
Because that was her disguise. She put on a John Deere hat and thought that would be enough to disguise herself.
Is that a
I
joke?
mean,
That's gotta be
the
a joke.
classic. No,
I
that's
don't
the
think
classic
so.
movie disguise. You just put on a hat and some sunglasses. You're a new person.
Okay, adds or subtracts. I think it adds
Subtract.
because it puts dinosaurs into the wild.
I think it
There we
adds
go.
because the
That's a sequel.
Indoraptor.
It
And it
subtracts
also
because
adds
clones
1.3
break this
billion
universe, like just entirely. Like, just do anything now. Why not? Just human dinosaurs.
Time
Let's
travel.
do it.
Time travel.
Time travel. Alternate
That's the
dimensions.
end of the movie.
Who cares?
They travel back in time and don't let her hit the button.
Make a dinosaur like human centaur, which like the top half is a human, the bottom is like a velociraptor. Just do whatever now.
That'd be cool.
Okay, hold on. That's weird.
Yeah.
No, that'd be cool.
Putting dinosaurs next to a lion isn't the same thing as creating a human raptor hybrid.
The next step, though. Also, question. This is one I was also thinking about. It's not the important one. And this is very important too. but it's a different kind of
Okay.
important.
Okay.
So at the end of the movie, we see the T-Rex. It goes to a zoo. Lions. There's one. Now, do you think, let's say, 5 lions? Do you think 5 lions could beat a T-Rex?
No.
No.
Oh, they'd be more concise. Okay, 10 lions.
No.
No, the T-Rex
don't
just
think
kicks
so.
kicks one and it flies across the room.
Yeah, it'll just step on all of them. It's
I thought that'd be
T-Rexes
more-
it
are
is
only the
thick.
T-Rexes are only the king of the jungle because everything right now sucks. There's nothing cool in the wild
Yeah.
right now. A T-Rex, a like 40-foot long, whatever it is, teeth, a mouth the size of a human man. Yeah,
We
that
need
thing's
more
gonna
teeth.
eat things.
But it
Need
can
more
only
teeth.
eat so many tigers at one time.
Well, you said lions. Tigers, on the other hand, one tiger versus a T-Rex, it's over.
So wait,
I
tigers
just
are
wanna
stupid
say-
for you, but lions, the stronger of the ones, nothing. But one tiger takes out a T-Rex.
We've had 4 movies in this franchise to prove that the T-Rex can basically take down any dinosaur except for Spinosaurus.
I thought
Yeah.
that was going to be way more split disregard, I guess.
Yeah.
Well, the way I'm imagining it, all the like lions jump on it and like bite at its legs.
Yeah, but
if
they
you-
got tiny
maybe if you said, like,
mouths.
10 gorillas, I'd hear you
Oh,
out.
Okay, 10 gorillas, 10
that's a
congos.
tough fight.
I think
That's
the
a
gorillas
tough
could
fight.
take it.
I think
Gorillas
they
are
could.
smarter.
Yeah.
They'd
Yeah, I
throw
think
its
so
legs
too.
down.
Plus, they're more
But the-
dexterous.
But they would only have blunt punches. They would have to punch the T-Rex until
They
it
got
died.
teeth.
I
They
Yeah,
got
would
they
teeth.
got
get
teeth.
bit by a lion.
not as
than
strong
punched
as a
by
lion.
Gorilla.
Okay, 2 lions, 2 gorillas. They're teaming up. They're working
You're
together.
just putting Noah's Ark against a T-Rex.
Are the gorillas
gorillas
riding the
lion.
lions?
Yes.
Then
Then
yes,
yes, they win.
absolutely they win.
Yeah.
Okay.
They have a lion's speed and a gorilla's strength. They're unstoppable.
They have
You
the
hear that,
lion's share of that
Science,
situation.
we solved it. So that's all they have to do for Dominion is
Yeah.
get lions and tigers or lions and gorillas to team up.
And ride
Do
each
the
other.
gorillas have AK-47s?
Yeah.
Yeah, like in Planet of the Apes.
Then they win.
Then they win. They
You know,
just shoot
But-
it
I
along.
thought that was a real video
But the T-Rex,
where the
long
monkey
arm.
picks up the AK-47 in the jungle. I thought that was real for years.
Okay. Does anyone else have quotes? I know Kayla and I already said ours.
I don't have.
There's
any.
no Mr. Mizrani, so
Yeah.
Yeah.
Same here.
quotes in this.
Did you drop your
Trivia?
Oh. Yeah, now it's time for trivia. Hayden. Why is Blue so important to the villains of this movie?
because she can teach. She's got the motherly instinct. She can teach the indoraptor. They need her blood, but it got tainted.
Yes. All of those things are true. Kale, what incites the indoraptor's attacks?
A laser pointer.
Yes, correct. Joe, what animals did Industrial Light and Magic refer to when animating the dinosaurs' movements?
It froze.
Let's see. What animal would they refer to? I believe the iguanodon.
I have two animals listed here.
Joe, did you
Oh.
just say the iguanodon?
Yes, I did.
The
I don't even
Iguanosaurus
know
Rex.
what that is. I think it'd probably be something like a meerkat, and then maybe like a cat. I don't know. The
A
dinosaurs
meerkat
are
and a
very
strongest
cat are
killing
your
machine, the
final
meerkat.
answers.
They got very cat-like. They'll stare and then they just look somewhere else.
The
All
king
right.
of the jungle, the
Or just
meerkat.
like what are those things called?
Joe, you're wrong. You're
Rhinos?
just wrong. Joe, you're
Rhinos.
wrong.
Joe, is a meerkat and a warthog, Joe?
The answer,
Oh, right.
the answer is elephants and rhinoceroses, possibly the most opposite animals than what you said.
I don't know.
All right,
I mean,
Joe,
like
say a
there were a
video
lot
game.
of dinosaurs.
It's your turn, Joe,
For
Joe,
what?
say the video game.
for making moolah from the movie.
Oh, right. I think I don't know if they made a tie-in for this one. So this is the segment where I normally talk about if there was a tie-in video game, but I don't think they had one.
Well,
They
there's Jurassic World Evolution, which came out
Oh,
fairly
okay.
recently.
Oh, it did. It was. Hold on. Yeah, it did come out with the release of Fallen Kingdom. I think it's like you build dinosaur parks, right?
Yeah, it's like Roller Coaster Tycoon.
Yeah, you construct a dinosaur park on a group of the islands known as the Five Deaths. That's a little callback to Jurassic Park 2.
Dang.
It's what's
Nerd.
video games called when it's rated 16?
T?
Peggy 16?
T? T for teen?
Well,
T
it's
for teen?
Peggy
16.
16?
Super Dean.
Peggy 16, that's how they rate it in Europe, Joe.
I think it's
That's what I got here.
NC-17 is the rating they use.
Well, there you go. You
There we
simulate
go.
dinosaurs and build a park.
Great.
They
Now
rated
it's
it
time.
AO,
As
adults
cool
only.
as Lego 2. As the Lego.
Yeah.
one.
I want to do my question before we do the fun factor heart attack.
Okay,
Do
what's
it.
your question?
Now,
Caleb?
hopefully this one will be more decisive than the lion question. Now, all I'm gonna say is simply, I'm curious to where everyone stands on this. Keeping the dinosaurs alive, yay or nay?
No.
Yeah.
I'm on the opinion it does not matter. You can clone these things for eternity if you want.
Oh, like I said, I agree with the villain. Just sell them, kill them, whatever you gotta do.
Yeah, I
I
don't
say
think
yay,
they should
keep
be
'em alive.
introduced into the ecosystem.
Now, do you think they deserve rights, like the right to vote?
The thing is,
No.
No.
if you introduced one more deer into an ecosystem, that throws off the whole balance. Let alone introducing a Tyrannosaurus Rex and a Mosasaurus to the ecosystem.
How did that Mosasaurus get out? They didn't have that in a
I did.
cage.
Yeah.
The gates didn't
Did.
close.
Oh,
remember?
okay.
The
It
first
just shimmied on
It's
through.
really cool.
And it just didn't
it-
show
it's
up
called
until
swimming.
now.
There's just gonna
Well, I
be
mean,
like
it's not gonna
no
get to the
fish in like a
mansion.
year.
Yeah, I guess so.
In like a year or two, the ocean's gonna be empty except for one very fat mosasaurus.
I think a year or two is way too soon. Oceans are extremely big.
I don't know. That Mosasaurus, he went from Costa Rica to America. in
Well,
like
that
2
scene took
days.
place right after Jurassic World, so that would be like three years that it took to get from Costa Rica to here.
Did it?
Okay,
I thought
10
it took place
years.
right before the movie.
No, when I was looking through all this trivia, I saw that it had been brought up to the director, and he said, "Oh no, that scene takes place like a few days after the Jurassic World movie."
So again, I thought that would be more decisive, but I guess at least we're all mostly on the same page. Kill all the dinosaurs.
Oh yeah.
I said keep them alive.
Do you have a reasoning?
Do you have a reasoning? They're dinosaurs. Why would we kill them? I mean,
But we
kill
can
like
clone
the
them, Joe.
Indoraptor and kill
Well,
the
not like-
Indominus Rex. Those aren't dinosaurs. That's fake. Keep
Well,
the
so are all
I mean,
these.
like, I don't think any more raptors need to exist. I'm clear on that. T-Rexes are fine. They easily tranquilize. But any herbivore is fine, I guess. I don't know.
Well, I'm not saying we need to go out of our way to kill them. I was just saying, like, if they were in a situation where they're going to die, like,
Oh, or the
probably
gas attack?
Yeah.
The
Like, if
gas
they were
attack,
on-
I would press the button. I couldn't live with myself for not pressing the button. That's too much. The moral weight of that
So
situation.
now we know if we're in that situation, restrain Joe, then don't hit the button.
if we're on a track and there's a train car coming for us on one side and a bunch of dinosaurs on the other, Joe will hit the button to send it over us instead.
He's got to save the dinosaurs.
All right, now it's time for everyone's favorite segment, Fun Fact or Heart Attack. Hayden, would you like to have a heart attack or hear a fun fact?
I'd like to not have a heart attack before finals.
Okay, cool. In early draft of the story could have brought Jake Johnson's Jurassic World employee Lowry back in a similar role. There may have even, this is a quote from Colin Trevorrow, there may have even been an early moment where Lowry was Franklin's character because he potentially could have done that job, but he didn't quite have the same spirit. We did like the idea of Zia and Franklin being pretty idealistic young people who are activists who really believe in the cause that Claire believes in. I wasn't really able to shoehorn Lowry into that. He's kind of a cynical guy.
Jake Johnson is
But he
too
would've been
old
so
and too
much
depressed.
better.
Yeah, but why would he go with them? That character. There's no
Yeah,
reason he
but
would go with them unless
why
they
would the
tricked him like
IT
they
guy
tricked
go
Sam
with them?
Neill.
They offered him $1,000 and told him that they were from a big company.
$1,000 is not that much.
It's enough.
It is in 2001.
Okay, Kale, what do you want to have?
Well, since we can just clone people now, I'll take the heart attack, and then you can
Oh.
clone me.
Dang!
Yeah.
Kale, have a heart attack and then come back and say you're a clone.
Yeah,
Change
give the
your
clone
shirt.
the Fun fact.
Oh my gosh, he's having a heart
Kale's
attack, everybody.
Dead. Kale's
Kale's
dead.
dead. Monetize his death.
We'll put this clip on YouTube and have like 5 ads in it.
Kale died? Question mark? Question mark? Question mark?
Not fake. Not story time. Anyways, I guess we'll move on because Kale died now. He's dead. Joe, would you like to have a fun fact or a heart attack?
Fun fact.
Okay. When the T-Rex breaks into the lion enclosure at the end of the movie, the sound of the fence snapping is the same as when she broke out of her own paddock. Would you like to hear his fun fact?
Yeah.
Or would you also like to have a heart attack?
Bro, you better have 3 Seinfeld shirts.
I actually do, but
Oh my word.
the other one's in the wash, so we're gonna go with fun fact.
Alright. The HVAC system, so remember at the end when all the smoke is getting into the dinosaurs' cages and they're like, oh, I'm dying. The HVAC system failing to filter poisonous gas is a big plot point of the Jurassic Park ride.
When they gas the guests, kill them all,
I don't know.
and then they send off one guest to the side who has to choose to press the button to let them out.
Oh my
Do
God.
you save the guest or the dinosaurs? It's your choice.
Okay, now it's time to end the show, Joe.
With my classic and iconic lamp.
Yeah, the lamp that has appeared in every episode so far, even the ones you weren't in.
The
It's
best
been
character. Lamp.
He's always been there.
That's our
The
mascot.
lamp,
that
the
lamp.
ghost, it's like the same thing.
Don't talk about the ghost.
I
He
don't want
moved
to
He's
on.
dead to us. He's been canceled.
The ghost has been canceled.
He
Thank
said
you,
some
everybody.
misogynist things.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because he's from like hundreds of years ago.
He's from the
It's-
90s.
Scrooge McDuck.
He's from 100 years ago, the 90s.
Thank
was
you,
a
everybody,
great
for
time.
listening to this episode. You can find us at josephmaldonado.com. That's Joseph MALDONADO.com. And from there, you can find this podcast, the articles I've written, our Twitter accounts, our letterbox accounts. Like, subscribe, retweet, reblog, repost. And once again, thank you for listening. Goodbye.
Or watching. You might have watched this. I feel like more people would watch it than listen to it.
I know,
Don't
but I'm
fall
a
on your kingdom.
podcast listener. I don't watch podcasts.
I'm still not on the website.
Oh my gosh, Joe.
It's coming out. I told you, I'm going to put you on whenever the first Jurassic Park episode launches.
Joe, this is very unprofessional of you.
It's actually
Joe,
super
where's my
professional.
Twitter? Where's
This
my
is
Twitter
very
thing?
Colin Trevorrow of you, Joe.
I don't know what
Joe,
that means.
I don't
what's
know what
next?
that
You gonna
means.
clone me?
It means it's the same as being unprofessional.
Okay, goodbye, everybody.
Bye.